based on scrambled sentences, rather easy. Can you start with cup championships? No. Can you start with to back? What is the next one? Coach. But what is the last one here? Name of a person, that could be the first one. Henry Jansen was the first coach to lead his team to what? To back 1 year cup championships. How many options begin with S? So what is your answer? First one or fifth one? Here there are two ways. One, you can keep reading and get the correct order. Look for the pairs. Was the first coach? So what is the first pair here? SR. So what is the answer? Have you chosen that? Question number 2. Can you start with hands to form? Approximately. Possible. And what is the pair here? Joined. Approximately 2 million people joined what? Hands to form a human chain spanning extent 675.5 kilometers across the Soviet republics to do what? To demonstrate. So what is the first one here? How many options with that? Only one option? Which one is that? This is also an easy one. A former Philippine, underline the word Philippine. Why should you underline? Takes the definite article, the. A former Philippine National Police officer hijacked a tourist bus in Manila, holding its occupants hostage for nearly 11 hours. Goes one shot or not? So what is the first one here? How many options with P? Former police officer. What is the pair? Police officer. How many options with PS? Which one is that? These are all easy questions in my opinion, should not be a problem. What are these about wrong spelling? What is the spelling of inspector? TER or TOR? Easy or difficult? Some airlines will also waive or waive off. What is the correct spelling here? Make the correction. Waive off. Not to consider. Imagine you borrow money from someone, you have to pay the interest plus principal amount. You don't have so much money. You request that person to not to consider the interest part. Then how do you request? Please waive off the interest part. That is one context you can think of. What is going on there? Are you guys listening? Second context, it goes with the academic world. Imagine someone has gone to a particular university, very good at studies, course fee is $2,000, but looking at the academic credentials, they may bring it down to 1,000. That means they have waived off part of the course fee. Have you got that meaning? Fine. The cable series just wrapped its 11 over or only 2 questions? Okay, what are these about? Phase replacement. The cable series just wrapped its 11th season. Will brought, is it grammatically correct? No. Which, can you say which bring in around? You cannot use which brought in around. You can consider the second one, but we have a problem here. Hold the second option. What is the third one? Had brought in around. Which bringing can you consider? No. Let us check the second one. The cable series just wrapped its 11th season, which brought in around 1 million viewers. This seems okay. But what is the third option? The cable series just wrapped its 11th season, comma, had brought in around, grammatically speaking, we have to use the third option, not the second option. Second option, what is the problem? Tell me. There is no continuity. Had it been the cable series, comma, which brought in around 1 million viewers, just wrapped its 11th season, that would have been correct. But already we have completed here. Then you cannot start afresh, which brought in around, then there is no continuity. But if you consider the third option, what is the third option here? Had brought in around 1 million viewers. That seems perfect. Which one have you chosen? Second or third? Shall we go to the next one? The media have media singular or plural? But generally we use a singular verb. The media is interested, the media has been doing something. Are you guys aware? Generally we say medium singular, media plural. But sometimes we talk about media, different stakeholders. The media are interested, we don't say. What do we say? Media is. Have been speaking. If you go with grammar knowledge, you may think nothing wrong with this. Which tense is this? Please write present perfect continuous. What is the first option here? Has been spoken, grammatically wrong. Has been speaking seems right. Hold that one. Can you say has been spoken? What is the question number? It has jumped. Hold the given one, hold the second one, and has been spoken, not correct. Had spoken, this also seems okay. Let us check the second one. The media has been speaking in glowing terms of the relationship. Either have been speaking or has been speaking, one of the two. What is the fourth option here? The media had spoken in glowing terms of the relationship between the two countries. Anything wrong with the fourth one? Which tense is that? Past perfect. Had spoken. Nothing wrong as such. But generally past perfect, we need one more tense. Which tense is that? Past tense. Do you see past tense here? That means you cannot consider the fourth option. You have to decide between the given one and the second one. How many of you have chosen the second option? Nothing wrong with that. But if you use your grammar knowledge, what should be the answer? Media is singular or plural? Plural, it should be have. Always remember, rules are there, exceptions are there. And when you read the newspapers, you understand. We don't say, the media have spoken. What do we say? The media has spoken. So answer is which one? Second option. Does the key say the same thing? Check once. Second option. Columns, how many questions? Looking back across the years, we come to realize that it takes many birthdays to make us kind and wise. Hold this one. Some of the fans had waited 24 hours outside the Hyde Park Hotel to catch a glimpse of the heroine. This you can be damn sure. Yes or no? The teacher suspected that there had been some monkey business going on in the class. This seems right or wrong? How many options? But you cannot be damn sure. At least you can be sure about B and F. How many options with B, F? Fourth one and fifth one. Fourth one is what? AE. AE is what? Looking back across the years, we come to realize, can you use AE? So what is the next one? BF and CE. That seems okay. Then you should, have you chosen the fifth option? What is wrong with the first one? There's not easy because looking back across the years, we realize that, please strike off, come to. When you look back, usually what we say, when we look back, we realize that. We don't have to say, we come to realize that. That is a problem with A. A, there is a problem. You cannot consider A. Then obviously you're left with two pairs. What are those two pairs? BF and CE. Over? What are these about? Character or position. York's eldest son and relieve. Can you use the word relieve here? Can you use and arriving? Can you use son and? Can you use defeated? So what is the answer here? This is important, put a star mark. Will you say A or an? What is the indefinite article before that word? Here, first letter is silent. Mute H. Then what do we say? That you make a note. They have given a few times. In the past, they would give an hour. Everyone knows. After that, they started asking, because it's a common error. Write this one. He is a. Is this right or wrong? People mispronounce. People say honest, no horse sound. H is silent. Then what are you supposed to say? Honest. Then you say a or an. When I teach articles, I give important examples. Honest and this one. What is it? And hair is not correct. H is silent. Air. And it goes with the context. Eldest son and heir. That seems perfect. And you have to change, which one is that? C and bring it marched to what? To relieve London. That also seems right. How many options with A, C? No, first one C, how many options? That should be your answer. You don't have to worry. The Woodvilles, a family with estranging. How many of you know the meaning of the word, estranging? How many of you know? Please respond. No, please write this. Estranged husband / wife. Estranged husband, estranged wife means separated. When the couple gets separated, what do you say? Estranged husband, estranged wife. No longer husband, no longer wife. They got separated. Have you got the meaning? Okay. Can you use that word here? A family with what? You cannot use estranging. A family with influence, you can say. But here what? Underline the word Lancastrian connections. Can you say influence connections? Influence is noun, connections noun. And trust connections, can you say? What is the last word? Strong connections, that makes perfect combination. That means, what is the first one here? How many options with D? That is your answer. Got it? Over. You are happy with this approach? No value addition, question, answer, happy? Let us go back and see. Shall we? Anything to learn from question number 1? Respond quickly. No. Which one? Back to back. That is the name of a place or name of a person. Championship. Name of proper noun, we don't have to find out. What is the next one? Anything to learn from this? Span means what? Right? Spread. Spanning means spreading. So many kilometers. Underline the word desire. Excess desire, what is the word? Please write the word greed. Greedy person. Greed, excess desire. Good or not good? Former, underline the word former. Former president means what? You all know that meaning, you don't have to tell, but you have to recollect 2 words. Former, what is opposite? A latter. Former means first in position. Latter means second in position. Then one step more, you have to recollect the other word. This is pronounced as latter. This is pronounced as later. This talks about position, this talks about time. Make a note. Copied? What is the next word? Anything? Underline the word hostage. Hostage means what? Write the word captive. You take someone into your hands, you don't allow that person to go out. They are being held or not being held. Then we use the word hostage, we use the word captive. And write one combination I have given many a time. Captive breeding. Imagine they catch a tiger from the forest, they bring and keep in the zoo. There it breeds and gives birth to cubs. Then what do you call that breeding? Captive breeding. Sometimes they give a passage. Captive breeding, a popular way to increase the number of species. Imagine a particular species, the number is declining and it gets endangered. Then we have to increase the numbers. How do we do that? Provide habitat one way. What is the meaning of habitat? Please write habitat. Home of a plant or animal. Here home means not literally the place where a plant or animal can survive. Habitat. Habitat loss is there. We are not creating habitats, we are taking away habitats. Then what is the option we have? Captive breeding. Only that way you can increase the number of endangered species. What is the meaning of endangered? You don't do anything when a species is endangered. What will happen to the species? Please write the word extinct and endangered. Endangered species, extinct species. Then all the related words you have to recollect. Have you copied? Okay. Anything else to hostage? We have one combination, right? That one, hostage. Crisis. When a plane is hijacked, then we have this hostage crisis. You got the meaning? And this hostage crisis, crisis singular or plural? What is a plural? Write the word crisis. Crisis, crisis. Otherwise nothing to hijack, the word is there. Underline the word watchdog. How many of you know the meaning of this? Raise your hands. Only a few. If you go to villages, typical scene, there's a big tree, banyan tree or peepal tree, and people sit over there. Usually old people sit and observe everyone, they talk, and they are known as the watchdogs of the village. Watchdog means elderly people who protect the culture, the traditions, and the customs. Have you got it? Please write. One meaning of watchdog, a dog that watches. That is a literal meaning. But here watchdogs of the society, of the village means usually not youngsters. They are the people who are targeted and who observe elderly people. And what is their job? What is good? What is right? What is wrong? Someone enters the village in shorts or torn jeans. They criticize, don't criticize, obviously. And they say, oh, things are changing very bad, youngsters. But they don't know. There's something called, please write, they've given us a passage many a time. Have you heard of this? Generation gap. That is because of generation gap. This has been given as a passage. Every generation values change, lifestyle changes. Old people think youngsters are getting spoiled. Same youngsters, when they become old, they think the same way. It's a cycle. Do you understand what I say? Let us go to the next. Any other word you have to learn from this? If you have a word, tell me. Which one? Which question? Question number 4. Number. No, I'm with this one you are talking about. No. That is because today we have about 30 to 40 words which are different in the sense one particular spelling goes with American English, the other goes with British English. For example, what is the spelling of color? Any Indian will say C-O-L-O-U-R, but what is the American spelling? C-O-L-O-R. What is the spelling of program? But what is the American spelling? They don't want to carry the burden, so they drop all unnecessary letters. Program. Nothing wrong with that. Got it? Okay, good observation. Where is the error here? Only one error. Nothing wrong with that one. Let us go to the next one. Wave off I have given already. Any other word you have to learn? Underline the word letter. Tell me why should you. Underline the word commander. Tell me why should you. There are two ways of teaching, two ways of learning. One, initially we have to do spoon feeding. What is the meaning of spoon feeding? Everything we have to give. But at some point when you see something as a stimulus, then you should recollect. I'm not telling why it is important. I'm asking you, when you see the word letter from the exam point of view, what has to strike? What are you supposed to recollect? We have got recently, all of you please write, man of letters, compound noun, idiomatic expression. What is the plural? Men of letters. That you have to recollect, because you never get a chance to sit and revise. Whenever you get an opportunity, grab it. Recollect, revise, consolidate. Now tell me, why should you underline the word commander? They have given in many competitive exams commander-in-chiefs, right or wrong? What is the plural of commander-in-chief? Commanders-in-chief. That you have to recollect. Cable, have we done with this question? Okay, underline Hollywood. You may know, not a good question, but where is this Hollywood? Respond. How many of you know? Raise your hands. Then not a wrong question. Please write. English movies, 90%, the lion's share, they come from Hollywood. That is a place in California state, and all the movie studios, Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, and Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney, Sony. Sony is a Japanese company. All major production houses, English movies, they are there. That Hollywood is a place where you have all the major studios, and they produce English movies, all movies. Have you got it? Fine. Where did I stop? Which question we started going back? 7th one or 8th one? 7th one. Oh, okay. Anything here? Nothing to learn as such. Glowing. You all know the word glowing. What are you supposed to recollect? Some insects glow. What are they called? One word, fireworms. Have you heard of that? And that phenomenon is called what? Bioluminescence. Have you heard of this? Luminescence means emitting light. Bioluminescence. Some plants and animals emit light. You all must have seen the movie Maryada Ramanna. One particular song, the train stops midnight and they see all the fireflies. They are also called fireflies because of bioluminescence. Anything to learn from column-based question? If you have something, tell me. Underline Hyde Park. How many of you know? Underline the word glimpse. Underline the last word and strike off the letter E. What do you get? Don't think of that. When we talk about drugs, what are the popular drugs? Cocaine, heroin, LSD, brown sugar. But you should know the difference, okay? Hyde Park, it is in London. And some people, once all of you write this word. What is this word? Oratory. Means public speaking, art of public speaking. Once it was considered a great art. Today also people get respect, public speakers, those who speak well, they get a lot of respect. And presidents of countries, prime ministers, they should be good at public speaking, obviously. And some people can speak anytime, anywhere, on any topic. What is the idiom for that? Please write this one. Gift of the gab. Gift of the gab means to be able to speak fluently on any topic, anywhere, in front of anyone. And this oratory once considered a great art. And in London, this park, what is the park we are talking about? Hyde Park. Those who wanted to become great public speakers, they would go to Hyde Park. They would select a particular place in the park, and they would imagine people and give speeches. They would practice public speaking in Hyde Park. Hyde Park is known for prospective or budding public speakers. Have you got it? When we talk about Hyde Park, we talk about public speaking. That is a place to practice. Glimpse means what? A look. Glimpse of means look of the heroine. Which one? Extempore. All of you write this word. Have you been coming regularly or a new student? Today you have been active or, you have removed your beard. Okay. Very difficult to make out. People mispronounce. People say extempore speech. Write the combination word. But how should you pronounce this? Extempore, not extempore. Many Indians say extempore. Extempore means spontaneous. Now I ask you, come here and give a speech. Usually what will be the reaction? No sir, not today sir. But someone comes and gives a speech without any preparation. Then two words, one spontaneous, the other one extempore. An important word they have given a few times. And generally when we talk about people, animals, any animal except the top cat, big cats. What are the big cats? Predators. Lion, tiger, puma, panther, leopard. They're always, they try to hunt. They're not afraid of anything. But if you don't consider the big cats, human beings, snakes, all of the animals, there are two options when it comes to reaction. One, please write this, fight. The other one, flight. Fight or flight mechanism. Have you heard of this? This has been given as a passage, bank exams. All of you remember whatever I teach here relevant from the exam point of view. Otherwise, no point in talking about. They have given, because this is an important concept, fight or flight mechanism. Flight means escape. Write the meaning. Flight means what? Escape. And people, when we ask people to give a presentation, they take fight mechanism or flight mechanism. That is nothing but flight mechanism. And when it comes to public speaking, common error, please write this one, stage fear. Right or wrong? Stage fright. What are you supposed to say? Stage fright. F-R-I-G-H-T. Stage fright. Don't say stage fear. Anyhow, we'll go back to the questions and let us see. This is over. I've given the meaning of estranged husband, estranged wife. But underline the word trust. You trust someone. What is the other word? Loyal. When we talk about partners, when we talk about husband and wife, we use the word being loyal to the partner. But write another word, fidelity. We don't use a positive meaning, we use a negative word, infidelity. Infidelity means being loyal or not being loyal. Not being loyal, infidelity. Got it? Okay, we'll go back to, is it 11? 11 over. 11. What are these about? Oh, how many questions based on error location? 5 questions. All are easy, I suppose. The principle. But before I read the sentence, answer my question. Question number 11, what is the clue for you to spot the error? Underline along with. Then you have to consider the first subject or second subject. What is the first subject here? Will you say were pleased or was pleased? Easy or difficult for our students? The principal along with the senior staff members, underline the word staff. Which part of speech is it? Noun. Which type of noun? Collective noun. What are the two rules? Collective nouns usually take singular verb, singular pronoun. But if the sentence denotes division, plural verb, plural pronoun. That you have to recollect. Otherwise, renovation. Renovation means what? Bringing back the old glory or reworking on something. Renovate the building. Then they work again. Shall we go to question number 12? Despite the committee's thorough investigation, they were unable to determine the exact cause of the technical malfunction. Tell me what is the subject here. Underline the word committee. Committee is singular or plural? Then will you say they were or it was unable to? There is an error here. Despite the committee's thorough investigation, it was unable to determine the exact cause of the technical malfunction. There is another possibility. We don't know whether they're talking about the committee or someone else. Committee, one entity, a group of people, another entity. And there's another possibility, nothing wrong then. They mean someone else, not committee. But here we have to spot the error, and it refers to committee, then committee is singular. We have to say they or it, were or was. Okay. The researchers focused on developing a method for rapidly identifying. All these questions are based on word forms. Based on what? Same correct word, wrong form. Developing a method. Method for what? Doing something, identifying something, bringing something. What is the word form here? Verb ing form used as a noun. So what is the technical term for that? Gerund. Have you said that? Okay. How many of you have got thought of this word, identifying? Good. Next one, the project aims to enhance. Enhance means what? This also easy. What is the clue for you? Underline both. I've told you guys so many times, both takes as well as or and. Strike off as well as and write and. Common error, people say both as well as. Wrong combination. What is the correct combination? She is a dancer as well as a singer. Wrong. She is both a dancer and a singer. Easy or difficult this one? She spent almost all of her savings. You can say she almost spent, but better expression is what? She spent almost all of her savings. So word position is not correct. And where is the error then? Division you forget. Exam that doesn't happen. Any other error here? Otherwise nothing wrong. Over. Who has got all the 5 correct? Okay. 3 plus. Good. But in my opinion, all the questions are easy. Should not be that difficult. 3, be happy. Because when you take the mock, you're under pressure or not under pressure? Obviously. I don't know how many of you have heard of this. When we talk about French dictator Napoleon Bonaparte, have you heard of Napoleon Bonaparte? French, and we use this one. He met his Waterloo. Meet one's Waterloo means, how many of you have chosen the first option? Raise your hands. That is the answer. Suffer a decisive or crushing defeat. When someone faces a crushing defeat, then we use, he met his Waterloo. Have you heard of this any time? Then impossible to guess. How will you know that? Extensive reading. Only then you get exposed to these expressions, otherwise impossible. How many of you have got this one right? Raise your hands. No wonder I'm not surprised. Cook the books also, you should know actually as prospective bankers. Have you heard of this any time? Who has chosen the second option? That's what it means. Cook the books. Can we cook books? Don't take literally. Cook the books means manipulate, change the accounts. So what is the answer? Falsify accounts. Tomorrow you will become prospective bankers. You should know this or you should not know this. You should know. Cook the books. Goes with accounts. What is the key word here? Accounts. Have you read this passage? Easy or difficult? I think almost all the questions explicit. Beginning of the passage, a few questions. Should not be a problem. What is the primary purpose of ad hoc committee? Where do you see ad hoc committee? Go to starting or not starting? What is the purpose? Tell me. What is the first option here? To review the ownership and economic structure of exchanges. To review the ownership and economic structure of clearing corporations. Mentioned clearly in the passage. Yes or no? Who headed? Mentioned clearly, easy to remember. R. Gandhi or not? According to the Gandhi committee, how should the ownership of M, is it M-I-I or? Okay, be structured. There are two words. What are the two words? Widely held and dispersed. This also mentioned in the passage. So what is the answer? Second option. What specific issue with current clearing corporations ownership structure is highlighted by SEBI? So they are not profitable enough. They are too dispersed. They are dominated by the parent exchange. Mentioned or not mentioned? So what is the answer? Third option. Choose a word which expresses nearly the opposite meaning. What is the word given? Rise. Then you have to recollect rise, rose, risen, raise, raised, raised. Rise means go up. Then what is the positive or negative in a way? Let us go. All elimination approach, increase, growth, fasten, a little different, prosper, positive. What is the negative word here? So what is the answer? Have you got it? What was one of the recommendations of the Gandhi committee regarding the listing of clearing corporations? I think they said they should not be allowed. Am I right? They should not be permitted. They should not be permitted. Which option is that? That also clearly mentioned. I hope you guys are with me. What is the primary objective for all stakeholders in clearing corporations according to SEBI? Is it ensuring maximum profit? Enhancing market stability and development? Mentioned, not mentioned? Can you say reducing operational costs? Increasing trading volumes? Enhancing shareholder value? What is it? Second option. Choose a word which best expresses the similar meaning of the given word. What is the word given? Charges. Levy, we have got many a time. What is the other word you have to think of? Write the word impose. Levy taxes, impose taxes. Can you use the word asset? Credit? Irresponsibility? Arrange? No way related. Got the answer? Yes or no? What are these about? Cloze test. Shall we go to the last set of questions? Bedtime procrastination. Underline the word procrastination. Means what? Postpone. It is a bad habit. Everyone has this bad habit. What is it? Procrastination. And because of this, big companies, private sector, they conduct workshops. how to come out of this bad habit. What is a bad habit? Postponing, procrastination. Shall I tell what happens? They bring the best management guru, they pay lakhs of rupees, that fellow comes and conducts 1 week workshop. They all attend, they all take everything. After 10 days, what happens? Back to square one. What is the meaning of the idiom back to square one? Back to the starting point. Have you got it? Why does it happen? Human nature, very difficult to change bad habits. All of you write this expression. Habits die hard. It's a popular saying. Have you heard of this any time? Habits die hard means very difficult to change our habits, especially bad habits. We get attracted to bad habits, we keep good habits away, and we find it very difficult to leave bad habits. We leave good habits within no time. What is that called? Please write this. Human fallacy. Fallacy means wrong thinking. Man thinks he or she the most intelligent animal on the planet Earth. If you ask who is the most intelligent animal or species, we don't want to use the word animal, which species is the most intelligent on the planet Earth? Really? I will give an example. Those who smoke, on the cigarette pack it is written, smoking is injurious to health. They should smoke, should not smoke. They smoke. Intelligent, not intelligent. Answer my question. Drinking is injurious to health. Drink, they don't drink. What is the word for one who does not drink? Teetotaler. What is the word? Teetotaler. And then intelligent, not intelligent. Okay. Do we have common sense? We don't have common sense. We have plenty. No. Once someone asked a philosopher, "Sir, what is common sense?" He said, the most uncommon thing in the world is common sense. Look at the wording. Nice or not nice? We all think we have common sense, but unfortunately that's what we don't have. That is a problem. Anyhow, we'll go to the, shall we? First one. Bedtime procrastination is a phenomenon. Phenomenon singular or plural? What is a plural? Phenomena. Where people unnecessarily going to bed, unnecessarily they try to be prompt or they try to delay. Can you use the word unnecessarily wait? They are doing it. They are not waiting for someone. So what is the right word? You cannot use pause, lag, in a way related, but the right word is what? They are delaying. Easy or difficult? Okay? When they know that doing so is bad for them, that means they don't have common sense. Very simple. For example, a person is engaging in bedtime procrastination. If they go to bed an hour later, then they what? They use heavily, generally, especially, really intensely. Then they especially, can you use the word? What is the question number? We have a problem here. Let me read again. Bedtime procrastination is a phenomenon where people unnecessarily delay going to bed, especially when they know that, then it makes sense. So what is the answer here? Third option, especially when they know that doing so is bad for them. Now writer wants to give us an example. For example, a person is engaging in bedtime procrastination. If they go to bed an hour later, then they what? Elective does not calculated, voluntary. What is the last word? Than they intended. Simply. What is the option? Fifth option. Have you chosen that one? Okay. Because they wasted time browsing the internet, playing video games. Somewhere it relates to you people or does not relate to you people? No, sir. Playing video games or watching TV, even though they didn't have much fun doing this, And even though they knew that this will what? Cause them to be tired. Can you say this will bring them to be tired? Prompt them to be tired? Induce them to be tired? Yield them to be tired? So what is the answer? It will make them tired. Last one. Similarly, a person is engaging in bedtime procrastination if instead of going to bed they waste time organizing the house or eating food, even though they know that they will regret it and that they are advantage superior of, this is a bit challenging, more better off going to bed as soon as possible. What is the right word to be used here? Means better option, better off going to bed as soon as possible. How does a passage or the paragraph end? Bedtime procrastination is a prevalent phenomenon. Underline the word prevalent. What is the meaning of prevalent? Prevail. Two meanings, exist and insist. But prevalence means widespread. Corruption is a prevalent, means what? Widespread. That is associated with a wide